Wow, that guy didn't stand a fucking chance.
I thought he was a deer.
That's fine.
I could see Mirror Peak in the distance. That's where Cauldron Lake was.
Wow, that's a lot of birds.
I know. It's they're very conspicuous birds. You know what
Oh, man.
You know what my favorite part of the previous episodes of Alan Wake was?
Holy jeez. Yeah, do I ever.
My favorite part, of course, is the part where you're standing in a moving object and you have to shoot a lot of birds.
The big hot bird gondola ride is basically the best part of any video game, and it's something that... It's like, in a more just world, instead of every game being, you know, it's like Dark Souls but with crafting or whatever, it would be like, it's like Alan Wake's gondola segments, but with Dark Souls.
Oh, of course, yeah. Gotta include the Dark Souls in there.
This is the baseline by which every other game is measured.
Naturally. It's okay, we've got a lot of flares.
Yeah, sure, we got the rocket launcher.
Yep. Oh, be careful, Alan. If you get hit while you're in the minecart will continue, but you'll lose all momentum, and then you'll fall out and die.
Oh, I can't believe I stopped.
I know.
Oh, nice.
Just make sure to pick up the DK barrel before you hop in next time. I like that Alan just goes with that. Like, they don't let you just walk along the tracks. You have to get in that minecart.
Well, he's still a red-blooded man who loves fun.
I guess he enjoys the thrill of adventure.
It would have been way better if he'd managed to say we.
Yeah, but he would do it in such like a boring milquetoast way. He'd just be like, "We."
We, I cried in excitement. I knew the darkness wouldn't let me leave here alive, but I was determined to enjoy this minecart ride.
Wow, that almost rhymed.
We, I said again.
We, all the way home, said Alan Wake.
I wouldn't let the darkness win. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
I had grown quite a 5 o'clock shadow. I haven't really had a chance to shave, considering I've been being pursued by the darkness for the past week.
Just non-stop. I haven't even gone to the bathroom since this video started.
All that coffee.
But I had no time to worry about that.
All that coffee is not doing him any favors.
All that coffee.
But that's okay, because his journey is about to be over on this, the episode of Alan Wake's Reckoning. Truly.
We did it!
Truly, it is the winter of Barbara Jagger's discontent.
Really? She got a good deal on her camping supplies?
Have you ever gone camping in the winter? It's not a lot of fun. That's what
Certainly not in a discount tent.
Yeah, that's what I assume that passage means. It's actually a typo. It's actually talking about the United States, discontinent. Or it could be talking about Alan Wake's lack of ability to urinate, his incontinence. Or, alternatively, it could be talking about his character flaw, his incompetence.
You have a rare and storied genius for bullshit.
I think it might be that last one. But yes, our Alan allowance is almost up. He has reached his expiry date, and this is the last episode of the main game. We've still got the DLCs to do after this, but hey, time to wrap this fucking story up in a neat little bow.
Yeah, that's right. It's sure not gonna be leaving us hanging any cliffs. No, sir.
I know. That is definitely not what happens in horror video games.
That would be bad writersmanship.
Yeah, it sure would, wouldn't it? But it's okay. The people at Remedy are competent enough to not fall into that trap.
Yeah, they certainly wouldn't do obvious sequel bait.
Definitely not. And hey, speaking of falling into traps, I have a question for you.
Yes?
how do you feel about being crushed by a dump truck?
I feel like I found a new god. All hail Skytruck!
It's like the evolution of Skyboat. It can travel on land.
What is a truck but a boat of the ground? Wait a second. What is a boat but a truck of the sea?
Wow. Truly a philosophical question for the ages.
Somebody get Thomas Aquinas on the phone. I need to know how many Fiats can dance on the head of a pin.
It's dump trucks all the way down, Skippy Granola. Man, I really like that this game just sometimes unceremoniously dumps forms of travel on your head. It's so fucking stupid, but, like, it's also really funny.
It's just like, you know, the darkness is just using what it has at hand, and what it has at hand is just conveyances.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a truck, it's a metaphor for a truck. What the hell is that? Is that a part of a house?
That I think is a chunk of building. See, now I don't know where that sits, because they're not the truck of anything.
The building is actually the Judas of the ground. I can't wait to see someone's fan art in the thread of Skyboat's Last Supper. A delicious meal of fish.
One of you will betray me, and it's probably the one that can't move.
Oh, hey! Our savior returns!
I've got my old god back!
Vehicles of the elder gods.
Give me that old time religion, that old time religion.
It's the renaissance of Skyboat.
Absolutely. It's like, well, I guess would the Holy Trinity be? I suppose there would have to be a plane there. We saw the shattered remnants of Skyplane.
That's true, yeah.
Wait,
although you don't really have to say Skyplane. Skyplane is its Anglo-Saxon name.
Germanic tribes worshipping Skyplane. Whoa, come on now.
Yeah, slow-mo explosions.
Boom.
Fuck yeah.
Wow, I don't care if cool guys don't look at explosions, because I looked at that and that was worth it.
I know, it was really satisfying. Hold on, let me pick up my corneas off the floor. Your eyeballs just pop out like balloons and go flying around the room.
Yeah, and then they were whipping around. And then they exploded into light.
Alan Wake, the world's 32nd blind writer. Not too famous anymore, are you?
Holy jeez. So, let's see here. John Milton was blind and he wrote Paradise Lost. Alan Wake is blind and he gave us the suddener stop, the return of Alex Casey.
The even more sudden stop than the last one.
That's pretty darn sudden.
Alex Casey 2, The Fall of the Sudden Stop.
The sudden stop. Redemption. Oh, crumbs. Oh, what are you gonna do? What's your plan?
Just kind of.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm just gonna walk out of the way. I think I might have triggered that scare a little bit early somehow.
Oh! Skytruck.
I love it. It's great.
Woo!
And this is going to just keep happening. The truck and the boat are fighting for our affection.
Oh! It's the Clash of Titans.
Oh my god,
Wait,
that's an even bigger skyboat.
That's a slightly bigger skyboat.
Holy shit. Like, that one's Boat Jesus, and this one is Boat God.
Wow.
Amazing. If there's anything I have learned from this experience, it's that granting deific status to random immobile objects is fucking hilarious.
It's very fun and very profitable.
It is, yeah. Donate to my Skyboat's Patreon today.
That's right. Donate a seed of prosperity to Seed Jacob's Patreon, and you'll get it back tenfold.
Oh, you'll get lots of seed from me, all right.
Oh, gee, seriously. You are like a leaky faucet.
Really ought to see the doctor about that.
The darkness wears her skin as a shawl. It's so wrinkly.
Just this blob of darkness wearing a scarf that is like made out of Barbara Jagger's deflated form.
My God, it is so pasty.
Ugh.
So severe.
But it looks so good in the wind.
Like, honestly, it just sets off the entire ensemble. Like, eldritch shadowy darkness and human flesh? Ah! Mwah!
Eldritch shadowy darkness wearing human flesh, however.
Yeah,
I'd say
that's been done.
That's a fashion don't.
Who wore it better?
Are you a fan of defense segments, Skippy Granola?
Only the one.
Oh, okay. Well, this one doesn't even have rock music playing, so it's infinitely inferior.
Aw, man. No pyros?
I wish. I mean, a flare gun technically counts as pyrotechnics.
Pew! Woo! White Snake rules!
It certainly would hurt a rock star if you shot a flare gun at them.
Hell yeah. How do you think Lemmy got his face? Flare gun.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Lemmy. I love you.
That's what I learned from Smoke on the Water, is that flare guns are extremely dangerous.
That's right.
I also-
Fire in the sky, man.
I know. I also learned that blue oysters are delicious.
Honestly, I've given all my worldly possessions to a religious organization.
Yeah, I know. What would you call one of those, though?
I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
Because it's certainly not a cult. That's foolish.
Oh, no.
And frankly, I'm offended. It's a religion.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd call it the Blue Oyster Faith.
Is that what the Skyboat cult is called? I mean, the Skyboat religion, that is.
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure that those are called Seventh Sail Adventists.
Wow! That's pretty fucking good. We are bringing our A game for this last episode. Damn.
We've had a good amount of time to rest up between, and that just makes the commentary much better.
You know what? That's true. When I started this Let's Play, I was kinda concerned, because Skippy and I, over the course of this Let's Play, have been spending anywhere between a week and several years between recording sessions. And that's barely a joke. But I think it's made us more entertaining.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't have a chance to get stale, so each time, it's like a first date.
Exactly. You know what they say. Absence makes the heart write with more intensity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If only Alan Wake wrote comedy.
Zane cut its heart out, but it didn't die. The thing that wore Barbara's face kept crooning sweet nothings sugar-laced with poison. He put on the suit, untied the monster from the chair. The thing in his arms thrashed weakly, but he held fast. He stepped outside, off the pier, and into the dark water, a sinking pinprick of light descending toward a bottom that never came.
Okay, Skippy, here's another one for you. How many Thomas Zanes do you think could fit on the head of a pin? Because I bet Alan knows.
Yeah, absolutely. The answer is,
Now.
well, I gotta be honest. This might seem like an unpopular opinion, but I would say just one, because Thomas Zane is kind of a prick.
Ah, there you go. Brought it on
Archie
home.
Blues.
So you want to know something funny? The final obstacle on our path to Cauldron Lake is Skyboat.
We must destroy that which we love!
Yup, we... Why do we always hurt the skyboats we love?
Skyboat was vaporized by a flashlight for our sins.
I knew that joke would come full circle at some point, and what do you know, it has. I hope there is someone out there that is begrudgingly watching this LP and they fucking hate that joke. Like, they are like, God, every time they bring out the fucking Skyboat, because this episode is where it comes to a head.
Oh, jeez. They just be like, guys, you are beating that dead horse. Get some fresh material, you fucks.
Hey, it's fine. I love tenderizing the meat before I cook it. It makes it more succulent.
Yeah.
I'll beat my dead horse if I damn well please, thank you very much.
I will beat it into horse burger.
You know what, okay, that manuscript page I just went to, I actually am very confused about that, thinking about it more. Because, like, did Alan write that Zane did that? Or is he just transcribing that Zane did that? Like,
Oh.
did that happen because Alan wrote that it happened? Or did that happen and then Alan relayed it to us, the reader?
Hey.
I guess we'll never know.
I think that Alan Wake embellished on what really happened, i.e. that Thomas Zane and Barbara Jagger got couples counseling, which ultimately failed, and then they got a divorce, and this whole thing is because Thomas Zane is tired of paying alimony to his money-grubbing wife.
Probably. That's probably what it is.
And then Alan's like, no, that doesn't really scan. I think we're going to turn this into an allegory. An allegory.
Oh, god damn it.
Hey, I ain't happy about it either.
You know what's interesting? Darkness. Imprisoning me. All that I see. Absolute horror. I was quoting Alice there.
Yeah, that's kind of how she's feeling. I love Darkness Tornadoes, honestly.
Yeah, I wonder if, like, a darkness tornado is as effective as a normal tornado. Like, do you think that, like, the darkness is the essence of wind?
All I can think of right now is, instead of a darkness tornado, what about a darkness potato?
That would be...
What if it was a root vegetable that was savaging us this entire time?
You know what? That would be slightly disappointing, but also very entertaining.
What would be great, though, is if you could make a clock out of it.
That would be great.
A darkness potato clock.
Well, I mean, it's the darkness, so would it really even give off any electricity?
Ah. We really need to get Thomas Aquinas in on these.
So this is it.
This is the final boss.
The final boss of Alan Wake. It's the raw essence of the darkness itself. We must fire our flares at the heart of the darkness, and also not get knocked off into the abyss by flying vehicles.
This is the darkness's fury made manifest.
It manifests as road rage.
It manifests as a garbage tornado.
That's all it really was the whole time, really. Garbage.
This game? Surprise!
Oh no!
I don't mean that even in the slightest.
It's okay, the real final boss was birds all along.
It's always birds, man.
It's always birds. Fuck off, darkness.
heard the poem in a dream, recited by a strange UFO-like light. I'd read it again in the cabin in a book by Thomas Zane. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been.
Shh, baby. You were having a bad dream. It was just another nightmare.
No,
Everything's fine. You're home.
it wasn't a dream.
Everything's fine.
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on!
Shh, baby. The power's out. There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear of the dark.
My fear? It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid? You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the clicker? What did you do with it?
Alan, honey, you're still 1 foot in a dream. You're not making
Only the
any
foot, though.
sense. Come back to bed.
Only 1 foot. And luckily, I think with my ass! Where's my clicker?
Alan, you're scaring me now. Come back to bed. Have you taken your pills? Do you want me to call Dr. Hartman? I read your manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best work yet. You're a genius. I'm so proud of you. Come back to bed. We'll talk more about it in the morning. Come back to bed, Alan.
Come back to bed, Tom.
Hey, wait a minute. What are words doing here?
Yeah, hold on a sec. Those aren't supposed to be here.
Wait, those are just supposed to represent physical concepts, not be physical concepts. Wait a second.
See you later, Alice.
Yeah.
Why, yes. I'll click that.
You must find your way to the cabin. It stands in your way. It won't let you pass. It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light. Don't mind him. He's Mr. Scott. Your friends will meet him when you're gone. Use the clicker.
Well, welcome to, a deeper, darker ocean green.
We're in writer space.
Yeah. No, don't unleash the bird.
God damn it.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
I want that.
if I could just write thermoses full of coffee.
Man, this world would be so much better. I think this is great. This is a really fun way to end this video game. Look at this. What in the fuck even is going on? Why am I making a telephone pole explode into existence?
Oh, it's the light of creativity.
Ah, it's all a metaphor.
I followed the idea of a path.
Impressive. So I believe that thermos that you bring into existence with your writerly flashlight power is
leaving you.
the last collectible thermos.
I'm in love with someone else.
Alice? No, what do you say? You can't.
You don't love her. How could you? You don't even love yourself. All you
Oh
do
no,
is
he
hurt
loves
yourself.
himself, all right.
Can't do anymore.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse.
I know.
Who are you? What have you done with my Alice?
Alan? What are you doing? Put the light back on. What are you doing, Alan? Stop. Put the light back on.
It wasn't true. Nothing like that had ever happened.
He just doesn't give a shit about any of this. He's just like, fuck this. You're not fooling me anymore. Like what? What does who does the darkness think it's fooling? Look at where we are. Like, Alan's just gonna be like, oh shit, at the last minute I remembered that my wife actually didn't love me.
I promise to be good. Please, untie me, you naughty boy. I will help you write your masterpiece. I will love you forever.
No, you're not Barbara Jagger. I made a terrible mistake. I should have never written you back. You came back wrong. Your heart is filled with darkness.
Put that knife away, Thomas. Put it down.
Heart is filled with darkness. Cut it out. Take you back to the depths you came from.
Hey, we read a manuscript page about that.
Yep.
Here's something funny to note about that little flashback there. That was Alan's voice and not Thomas Zane's voice.
Yeah.
Very strange. I believe the game offers absolutely no explanation as to what that
Get away
means.
from me, you hag.
No, we're in like
Let me go.
draw your own conclusions territory now, I guess.
Pretty much,
Your
yeah.
husband refused to do as he was told. All he had to do was write what I wanted him to write. Now it's too late. It's his fault. You'll stay here forever.
Now you will never get her back. I am much older than you. Older than your first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long journey through the night back into the light.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
to Deerfest after 45 years of Let's Playing!
Holy crap!
It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
Alan, wake up.
Aw, fuck. Sequel bait. Or, I guess, DLC bait.
Yeah, basically. I'm sure that they wanted to do a sequel, but they ended up doing American Nightmare.
Oh, yeah. So that's it, technically speaking, for Alan Wake. There's still the DLC episodes to go, and they are quite significant. So we're going to be seeing this credit roll again in a couple of episodes. But hey, we made it. We made it to the end alive. I literally never thought we would see this day.
Yeah. But, I mean, you know, good things come to those who wait. And it's like Alan says, it's not a lake.
It's an ocean.
Yeah, he was practicing his metal band tryouts there.
Yeah.
Alan Wake, not a fan of the clean vocals. He much prefers the growls.
No, that's not what Satan Lake's sound is about, man.
Satan Lake is my favorite writer for video games. He does a great poo face.
Seriously. You really believe that he smelled the poo.
So,
Holy crap.
funnily enough, the credits for the PC version of Alan Wake are twice as long as the credits for the Xbox version, because they also credit everything in the Xbox version in the PC version's credits.
Yeah. And I believe this very credit sequence, which is to David Bowie's Space Oddity, is
Yes.
the reason that Alan Wake was taken off of Steam.
It is part of the reason. So, this is actually quite the tragedy. Those of you that are watching this LP today, or in the future after it's gone up on the archive, Alan Wake is currently unavailable on Steam. You can no longer buy the game on PC, because the license for all of the licensed music ran out, and it was too expensive for them to renew it. And so, unfortunately, all of the licensed music obviously is so integrated into the game that they had no choice but to remove it from being purchased, because it would cost so much time and money to go in and replace it. And so, if you want to play Alan Wake, the only way to really do so now is to buy it on console. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yes. That's it, man.
Of course, you could always stick it to the man and pirate the game on PC, but then you'll have to deal with Alan's sick eye patch.
Which, your mileage may vary.
You know what? Actually, I take everything I said back. Pirate Alan Wake so that you can play with the eye patch. Fuck it.
Might as well.
Stick it to those companies and their greedy need for being compensated for the music that they publish. Those fucks.
Yeah. Man, seriously. Fair pay for fair work? Go to hell.
But what work did they really do? That's the question. Anyway, Alan Wake is a fantastic game. I love this game so much. It is definitely one of my favorite video games.
It's extremely enjoyable.
It is. It's a lot of fun to kick back and dump on it like you and I have for this whole experience so far.
Well, we dump on the dumpable bits,
Oh yeah.
but I think we appreciated what they did right.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing. A lot of us dumping on the game is mostly just for comedic effect. Because it's kind of hard to accurately represent the atmosphere of the game with vocal commentary. When I started this Let's Play, I was initially going to do a subtitled LP, but then I realized that watching an hour and a half of subtitles at a time would be fucking excruciating. and so I decided to do it vocal instead.
Yeah, it's a little bit more of a, I don't want to say humorous, because let's face it, Let's Plays are funny, but anyway, but I suppose let's talk about why Alan Wake was important.
I think this game is important because, unless you're talking about the character, of course, in which case, who gives a shit about him, am I right?
Because he thinks he is.
Yeah.
Alan Wake the game, why is it important that why does this game have value?
You know what? I would say that this game, I think, has value because it demonstrates a very non-standard method of gameplay and storytelling. Like, they are very interwoven, I think, in a way that a lot of horror games and video games in general just straight up are not.
Yeah, it's a new IP. It's a story that you don't often see. It's not about murdering stuff, because at its heart, Alan Wake is still just a shooty guns game.
It's a Rudy Tooty point and shooting game.
It is a rootin' tootin' point and shootin' run and gunner. It is what it is.
It is a a Rudy Tooty point and exposit.
That's right.
It's
Rudy
not...
Tooty plot and shooty.
Exactly, yes. It's not often that you see games that have the story so, like, integrated into the gameplay as this. I think this game has a very strong story. Like, people like to dump on video game stories a lot for being, like, subculture slime, always inferior to stories told through film and novels and shit. And it's like, I think video game stories can stand up on their own.
Yeah. You just gotta understand that, like, half of the story is informed by the gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. Alan Wake, I think, has a good story, mostly because it doesn't really live in the shadow of its influences. Like, obviously, very obviously, Alan Wake is inspired by such works of Stephen King as, I mean, hell, take your fucking pick. But but even though it references the man himself quite a bit, and it contains shades of his style of writing, expositing, whatever you want to call it, I think that this game stands well on its own, apart from the stuff that it, takes a chip out of.
Yeah. All the silly stuff that we ragged on is very silly, but I mean, basically it's like Twin Peaks played straight.
Kinda, yeah. I really appreciate, too, that this game allows you to draw just enough of your own conclusions. Like, I think they found a really good compromise between, like, explaining enough, but still leaving enough to the imagination that you can be like, man, I'm gonna go on some forums and talk about this with fellow people who played Alan Wake. Is Thomas Zane Alan's father? A prevailing theory.
Really?
Oh yeah, lots of people think that. I don't really know why. So, okay, there's a theory that Thomas Zane is Alan's biological father because, first off, they're both writers, which is the slimmest connection, but also, Alan never knew his father. They make a point of saying that Alan's dad is an absentee father, and he never knew him, which I guess would explain how Thomas Zane knows about the clicker, which was given to him by his father. So...
yeah, I guess, but like...
that
by the time we get to that clicker point, we're already deep inside the story that Alan has been writing?
Yeah, so I'm really not sure. There's a lot of different... basically, my point is there's a lot of different theories that can be formed about, like, bringing the story all together, basically.
So one thing that I don't fully get, and this is something that struck me as a little bit pretentious.
Okay.
Is Alan's last line.
It's not a lake, it's an ocean.
That's it.
That's right.
I honestly don't really get that either. It might be a reference to the poem that Zane said at the start, a deeper, darker ocean green. Like, maybe that means that, like, The darkness is everywhere. The darkness is not so easy to escape, fucker. Haha,
Yeah, or-
gotcha.
Is like... I don't know. It's so vague, and it feels like it wants to be making a point.
Yeah.
But like, what does the darkness actually represent? You know, if not a eldritch force from beyond time that lives under human creativity? Is this game saying that human creativity unleashes a deep-seated primordial evil?
I mean, that would be pretty pretentious to say that, but I also think that would be pretty funny. Like,
Yeah.
the essence of to be creative is to die.
To be creative is to destroy the entire world.
Oh, it's fine. Just don't go out at night. You'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly. Carry a flashlight everywhere you go.
Exactly. Just like stick a flashlight between your legs and then waddle like a penguin. It'll be fine. It's like you've got your
The
own
light
floodlight.
shines out your ass.
Exactly.
Jeez.
I can't wait for Alan Wake 2, where Alan Wake defeats the darkness by turning around and spreading them.
I can't wait for Alan Wake 2, where it's a top-down Toho shooter in which Alan Wake rides on Skyboat.
That would be pretty great.
All your cannons are just like the floodlights on it.
Oh, that would be pretty entertaining.
Maybe there could be like a dedicated foghorn button.
That would be your bomb that destroys the bullets around you.
No.
But anyway, these credits have a couple more minutes to go, so we're just gonna let them play out. There's nothing after the credits, so
I think we've said our piece.
yeah. So we'll see you in the DLCs. Thank you very, very much for joining Skippy and I on this 1,000-year journey. I'm not gonna say that I'm glad that it's over, because I mean it's not over, but I will say that I'm glad to have you here, and I'm glad you stuck with it through all of the fucking medical problems I've had during this fucking Let's Play.
The truest LP curse.
That's right. The darkness of kidney stones.
And I would like to ask all of you to remember your distant ancestors who started this LP with us. And we thank you for keeping the tradition alive.
Thank you, Bucktooth Charlie. Bye,
Go
everybody.
hug a mammoth.
See you in the Signal, or the Writer, whichever one of those two comes first, I don't remember.
Flip a coin.